Hi, welcome to another episode of Comics Review. I'm your host, Kevin Starkey. The first thing I want to do today is go over last week's comics since I didn't do a review last week. Um, I'll just try to be real quick here. Here's Skull Kickers, issue number 11. This is from Image Comics. Really enjoying that one. That's a fun, silly read, but it's kind of cool. Here's Marksman. This is issue number 3 of 6 from Image Comics. And this is like a post-apocalyptic America story. Two factions fighting each other. I liked it, but after this issue, I'm tempted to drop it because it's not keeping my interest. It's not exciting for me. But we'll see. A new comic last week, The Last of the Greats. This is issue number 1 from Image. Really enjoyed that comic a lot, and I added it to my pull list. Really anxious to see what they're going to do with that series. Another new comic last week, The Strange Talent of Luther Strode. This is 1 of 6 from Image. That's another one that I liked, and I added to my pull list. Fun read. I don't want to get into it too much to take up much time, but definitely enjoyed that one a lot. Here's Pariah. This is issue number 3, and this is from Sea Lion Books. This is the only comic I've ever gotten from them. It's kind of cool. It's kind of interesting. Weird art style, but I'm enjoying that one a lot. As always, The Walking Dead Weekly. That's issue number 40. Moriarty, issue number 5. Really enjoy that one. Kind of a weird art style, but pretty cool. Here's Severed number 3. Really enjoyed, like that one a lot. Here's Superior number 5 from Mark Millar, and The Rinse. This is issue number 2 from Boom Studios, and that's it from last week. And let's move on to the reviews for this week. The first one I'll talk about is Orchid. This is issue number 1 from Dark Horse Comics, and this is a $1 issue, which this wasn't even on my radar. They pulled it for me and stuck it in my stack because he thought I'd be interested in it, and since it was $1, I was like, well, let me pick it up. Let me read you the little summary of the story here. When the seas rose, genetic codes were smashed, human settlements are ringed by the wild, from which ferocious new animal species prey on the helpless. The high ground belongs to the rich and powerful, who overlook swampland shanty towns from their fortress-like cities. Iron-fisted rule ensures order and allows the wealthy to harvest the poor as slaves. Welcome to the world of Orchid. So this is like a post-apocalyptic series. There's the presidents on Mount Rushmore, and the water's like up to their chins or whatever. So there's some weird new species that are evolving, and you have this band of people that aren't rich trying to fight back against their masters or whatever. It's kind of a cool story. I had kind of fun reading it, but it's a little too political for my tastes. I don't think I'm going to be adding this one, but it's one of those ones right on the edge there. I have so much stuff I'm collecting now that I'm being a little more particular about what I add, so I think that one is going to not get added to my pull list. The next comic, it was good though. If I'm rating it, I definitely rate it like a 2.5, 3, in that range. It's right on the border of where, if it was a little bit better, I would probably add it. So the next comic I'm going to talk about is American Vampire. This is that spin-off little mini-series. This is issue number 5 of 5. Survival of the Fittest is the sort of subtitle of that. And Scott Snyder comic. Love Scott Snyder. He's probably one of my favorites. This series, it helps build the world of American Vampire. Neat artwork. It's not the same artist as the main series. It's Sean Murphy. But he follows along with the art style of the main series quite a lot, and the coloring, the style, and everything. It's very reminiscent of that. This story, there's a lot of Nazis and a lot of different vampire species over in Europe, and they're trying to find a cure for the vampirism, I guess you would say. And I won't give away any of it, but an interesting story. I didn't love it. Um, it's just nice to have another story that's sort of a part of that same world. Um, you know, 3.5 out of 5 stars, I guess, for this series as a whole. Neat ending. Definitely leaves room for another continuation of this storyline. So I'm sure I will be picking that one up as well. The next comic I'm going to talk about is The Cape. This is issue number 2. I'm sorry. From IDW, and this, I guess I'm saying 3 because there was a number 0, which I was thinking of. This is a story about a guy who has a cape that allows him to fly, I guess you could say. And he's had it since he was a kid, and he rediscovered it as he was a young adult, and sort of what he does with his newfound power, and he sort of goes in the evil direction instead of the good direction. This is from Joe Hill, who does Lock and Key. Great, which is another great comic that I like a lot. Neat art style in here. Cool story. The writing's very good. I have no idea where they're going to go with this thing. It's just one of those ones where it's like, it's dark, and I don't know, this guy's an anti-hero, I guess. So I'm curious to see what, is it going to go on? Is it going to be an ongoing series, or are they going to end it? I don't really know that at this point. I guess I could do some research and try to figure it out, but it's a cool series. Definitely rate that one like a 3.5, 4, in that range. And then the last comic I'm going to talk about is Pigs. This is issue number 2 or 3? 2. From Image Comics. And it says, "Who is the Russian? The White Russian." This is a story about this world, I guess, is where the Russians left some people in Cuba during the 60s, and sort of like a sleeper cell type situation. And in this issue, you're introduced to this guy Felix, a white guy, and he's got a family, and you find out he was raised in Cuba by his Russian parents to be part of this sleeper cell, and this team shows up at his house, ready to go ahead and do their mission. He's got a wife and a daughter. He's telling them, I'm not really interested, we don't have to do what we were brought up to do. And they sort of twist his arm, and he feels compelled to go ahead and do this. Here they are sort of trying to convince him. So the artwork in here, I would say, is very much not my style. I'd rate it like a 2, 2.5, maybe, if I'm being generous. The story is very cool. Rate the story high, 5 stars out of 5. The writing in here is decent. Nothing. It didn't blow me away. 3 stars out of 5. So I guess overall, I would rate the series maybe 3.5 stars out of 5. Kind of a fun read. Anxious to see what this plot is gonna turn into. And that's it. Let me go ahead and quickly go through the other comics I got this week. Here's Jennifer Blood, issue number 5 from Dynamite Entertainment. Anxious to see. I think that's the last one of that series. I'm not sure though. It's a Garth Ennis comic. That's kind of been a fun read. Sort of a female Punisher, sort of. Blue Estate. This is issue number 6 from Image Comics. That's kind of been a fun read. I thought I had dropped this one, but I couldn't remember if I had or not, so I went ahead and picked it up. We'll see what happens with that one. Star Wars Invasion Revelations. This is issue number 4 from Dark Horse. I'm enjoying a lot of the Star Wars comics these days. Sometimes I'm a little lost, but it's kind of a fun sci-fi comic. Here's Ghost Rider, Fear Itself, number 4 from Marvel. I'm enjoying the whole female Ghost Rider story there. I'm not sure if I'll stick with that one permanently or not. Here's The Punisher, issue number 4 from Marvel. And I think last time I talked about this was for issue number 3, and I had said that I was going to drop it. And I forgot about that this week. It was in my stack, and I didn't remember it until later. So I'm going to give it a shot and see where it goes. Haunted City, number 1. This is from Aspen Comics. There was a number 0 on this, which I picked up and enjoyed. So I think I added it to my pull list. I must have, because it was in my stack. So I'll check that out and see if that's going to be a series I'm going to enjoy sticking with. Another new comic, Dead Rising, Road to Fortune from IDW. This is issue number 1. I have no idea. I went into that one totally blind. First page there, it looks kind of cool, zombies or something. So, Dead Rising sounds like a zombie comic. We'll see what happens with that. Here's Starborn, one of those Stan Lee comics from Boom Studios, issue number 11. Really enjoying that series a lot. It's a fun read. And as always, Walking Dead Weekly number 41 from Image. And that's it. That's a lot of comics. I'll try to see if I can do another episode next week. It's sort of turning into a bi-weekly thing here, I guess. So that's it for this week. Please leave a comment here on YouTube or over on my blog at twodognight.net. Let me know what you're reading. Have you read any of the stuff I talked about this week? And I'll talk to you maybe in 2 weeks. Take care. Bye-bye.